Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video. So, of course, we do have another news update, and it is, yes, you guessed it, a new GX. So, this is a pretty interesting GX. It was released about 3 days from when I'm recording this, and it's looking pretty cool. I have to say, I'm really liking it. We've had 4 GXs so far from the new set, which is called Thunderclap Spark, which is SM7a. And it's like I said, it is looking very, very promising. There's some pretty cool things going on with this Pokemon, I have to say. So, what Pokemon are we talking about? Well, we are going to be talking about Genesect GX. Yes, Genesect is back. It was an EX within Fates Collide. It is now a GX. There it is, right there. It is a metal-type Pokemon with 180 HP. And I've just said this, but it is looking very, very interesting indeed. It looks really, really nice. Again, this is another one where I really want to see what the full art's going to look like. It's going to have a lot of silver in the background, of course, because it is a metal type. But yeah, and obviously it is a basic Pokemon, so there's no evolving or anything. It is just straight up place it down. Now, the only GX so far that we've had from this set that needs to be evolved is Macargo. Every other one is basic. Also, all the basics we've had one, which is Zeraora for 190, this one for 180, Virizion for 170, and then I believe Macargo was 210. I believe so. So yeah, we've had. I don't know whether we'd see another GX. I don't know whether there might be a 5th one. I'd like to think so. I'd like to think maybe there's another one just sneakily waiting to be popped out. But who knows? Who knows? But anyway, let's move on from this and let's talk about that ability right there. It's a pretty cool one. Double cassette. Double cassette. What does that mean? Double. Think double, guys. You may attach up to 2 Pokemon tool cards to this Pokemon. Yes, I did just say that. 2 Pokemon tool cards. So there is reasons for this. There is definitely some reasons. Some of the attacks aren't as strong as other ones, but adding tools could definitely help this Pokemon. Now, there are several tools to think of, which we will get into all of them, but just think about how devastating this could be. You could attach 2 choice bands. You could attach a weakness policy and choice band, a skateboard choice band, a metal frying pan choice band. You don't even have to put choice band. But there is a ton of things that you can think of doing with this thing. Obviously, metal frying pan would, I think it reduces your damage by 30, which is pretty cool. Choice band, we all know what that does. There's no explanation for that. Yeah, it's definitely looking pretty nice. I like it. I am liking it a lot. And with also, I did say a skateboard, it does minus the retreat cost by 1, and I think it stops it from getting, I think it's poisoned and paralysed. I think it's something like that. I think so. It's 2 of the conditions anyway, but pretty nice. So let's move on to the next attack, which is called Blast Bomb for 2 metal and 1 colourless, and that just does 130 damage. Bang, there you go, sorted. That's all you need to know. So this is what I'm getting at with maybe 2 choice bands. At least then you're hitting 190, and I believe then you're taking out a Tapu Lele. But you're not taking out a Zoroark. You can take out a Buzzwole, which is pretty cool, and you haven't got a weakness to Buzzwole. You're not taking out any of the Eevee evolutions, because I think they're all on 200. But yeah, I mean, it's doing some pretty decent damage. Pretty decent damage indeed, and there is some other cards as well, which can help this card nicely to increase its damage. So it's going to be pretty nice. Pretty nice. The GX ability is called Break Buster, or Break Buster GX. Again, for the same cost. I love it when cards do that, when everything is for the same cost. Of course, it could just be 1 metal, But then for 190 damage, that's a bit insane for one metal. But yeah, not bad. Not bad indeed. It just does 190 damage. There's no special effects or anything, just 190 damage, plain and simple. It does obviously have a resistance to psychic. It's a GX, so obviously it'll get knocked out. It'll take 2 prizes. A weakness to fire. Ho-Oh is your only sort of like, whoa, hello, what are you doing? Obviously Macargo, maybe you go against this in a pre-release, bang, you come up against Macargo, hello there. I'm out of here. See you later. Yeah. So fire is the only thing. Weakness policy could be good on this, just in case of those fire Pokemon. Resistance to psychic though is pretty cool with Espeon and what's it called? Not garbage. Garbodor. That's it. There we go. Yeah, because Garbodor is seeing quite a lot of play, to be honest. I mean, whenever I go and do my Pokemon thing, Garbodor just seems to be there. You know, field blowers, get all your items gone, see you later. And especially with Ultra Balls as well being used, you're just stacking up and getting ready to get KO'd yourself. So yeah, Garbodor is definitely a very, very interesting Pokemon with Trash Lunch. Very interesting. And then, obviously, it does have a retreat cost of 2, which, I mean, isn't bad, but it's not gonna, like... At the moment, we do have Floatstone. When this card comes out, Floatstone's not going to be there. So the only retreat that we have currently, without anything else being like announced or anything, is a skateboard. So there is definitely that. Now, I'm not too sure whether there is a stadium card which came out in Guardians Rising. I think it might be in Ultra of the Moon. I think it reduces the what's it called? The retreat cost by 1. So you put a skateboard on, you put that stadium up, free retreat. I think it is metal and psychic, but it could be dark. I'm not too sure. It's one of the two, but not bad. Definitely not bad indeed. So moving on to that, what works with this Pokemon? Well, let's have a little look at what can work. We do obviously have Magnezone of the metal variety. Magnetic Circuit is what we're looking at here, the ability. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a metal energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Say you have some benched ones, say you have the one in the active, you need some more energy, Magnezone's your man. We got Solgaleo Prism, again it is a metal Pokemon, and I believe it does help with increasing the... There you go. For each of your opponent's Pokemon in play, attach a metal energy card from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like. So definitely good sort of near the end game sort of thing. If you wanted to power up and get some stuff going, that is your guy. We got Metagross GX as well. Obviously it is a metal type Pokemon. This did see actually a bit of play when it first came out. Now it just seems to be like gone. But I always like admired it. It was pretty interesting. It almost confused me sometimes, like watching people play it. I was like, well, how is this happening? What's going on here? Especially with the Geotic system and the algorithm GX, all the different things. But who knows? Who knows? This could make a comeback with this. I'm not saying it will, but you never know. You never know. Of course, there is Metal Frying Pan right there. Very, very cool. It does help with 30 less damage from opponent's attacks. We got Mount Coronet as well, which is a pretty good stadium card as well, if that Ultra of the Moon is not metal. Once during your turn, that player, you may put 2 metal energy cards from the discard pile into your hand. However, if you want to use the Solgaleo Prism, maybe Mount Coronet isn't the best thing, because then Radiant Star, at least you can then get out that energy without Mount Coronet stealing it all. We obviously have this guy right here, which is seeing a lot of play right now. Duskmane Necrozma GX. It is an Ultra Beast, which means with Beast Box and everything, this guy is seeing a lot of play. And it does have some really, really interesting abilities. Can work very well with Magnezone. It can work very well with this card, I do believe. I think it could be very interesting. 2 different attackers. And with Ultra Beast, at least then you can use Ultra Space to search that out. It is a basic as well, so it's pretty cool. And it's got 190... hit points as well. Very nice. We also have Dialga GX as well, which has recently become a metal type in Forbidden Light, so that's pretty cool. Does have some pretty interesting abilities. Attacks. Timeless GX is the one that I sort of like look at and think it could be good if you put 5 energies on it. Although putting 5 energy is going to be very, very interesting. Magnetic Circuit for 5? Yes, please. That's what you need. But yeah, that could be very interesting. We also have Celesteela GX. I put that in here. It is another Ultra Beast. It is a metal type, and it could be interesting. I think Blaster GX is 180, and then you flip over all your prize cards. I think that's what it does. So yeah, could be pretty cool. And I'm going to throw this in here, Scizor GX. Now, we haven't exactly studied this yet, but we will do. Don't worry about that. Now, what I want to bring up about this this Pokemon is the ability itself is, I believe, if the health is under 100, all the attacks do 80 more. And you can see there that all the different attacks, you've got 80 there, plus the 80 if it's under 100, would do 160. Choice Band, that is 190, knocking out a Lele. That could be pretty cool. But we will have a review on that, so I don't want to spoil that too much. But it could be a good one to use with it. Of course, it is a metal type, and that will be coming out in Celestial Storm, and I cannot wait to see that, because it just look very nice. But apart from that, that is what I think would work well with this, or at least it's just cards to think of that could go into a deck with it. I always think the Magnezones, especially the Lightning and the Metal one, they're pretty cool, especially to help with Metal and Lightning decks, in accelerating the energy, which is always pretty cool. But yeah, there we go. Very nice. Okay, moving on to that, we do now have Guess the GX, and this is the answer from last week. I gave you that picture right there, and I did actually state that that probably was pretty easy. And we've also seen the Pokemon in this video, just to give you a hint. It is, of course, Metagross GX. Of course it is. We've just seen it in this video. Very complex Pokemon, I definitely think so. And especially the deck, when I was watching it, it's like, whoa. Although when I did see it, I was just starting out, so it was like, what the heck is going on here? So yeah, there we go. But what do we have this time? We got to Guess the GX. Let's have a look at the picture. We have that. There it is expanded. And there it is expanded a bit more. What is that GX? Let me know in the comments below. As well as that, let me know your thoughts on Genesect GX. I think it could be a very interesting Pokemon with a lot of tool cards that we can choose from and sort of try out. Now, obviously, with putting 2 on a Pokemon, Field Blow becomes a brilliant option to just go, bang, there's nothing on it. So there is that. But I still think it could be a definite good one to use. Definitely very cool. But yeah, there we go. I will leave it here. If you guys have enjoyed, then make sure to hit that subscribe button below. And of course, rate the video as well, so I know that you're enjoying the series of these news updates. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video on the channel.